JOGO. It is so great to be back with another video, another topic, and I'm really excited about today's topic because I've been wanting to talk about it forever, and I'm so happy that you guys came up with a suggestion. I'm excited to share my experience, what I practice, and I can't wait, so keep watching. Today, guys, I want to talk about how to find a good man. While you're at it, don't forget to ring the notification bell so you get every video from this channel. First thing I want to say, ladies, is wait on God. Psalm 27:14. Now, when I say wait on God, I'm not trying to say just be passive, like don't do anything about yourself, like just be still and know that He's God. I know God said be still and know that He's God, but okay, no, not on this part. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that just be patient, because if you have not met the man yet, then God has a reason why that has not happened yet. So you have to, wait on God. Like, God is working things out for you. God is, putting you through a process, and you have to be patient while God is, working things out for you. So this Bible verse to me is just, in this context, I'm just trying to say be patient and just know that God is working things out for you. It's gonna happen, okay? The second point will be prepare yourself so you're ready whenever you meet this man. And what I mean by this is work on yourself, develop qualities that you would like to see in the man you're planning to spend the rest of your life with. Whatever type of man you aspire to spend the rest of your life with, however you need that good man to look like, to be like, you need to make sure that you're also trying to, develop those same characteristics in you. Let's say you're trying to be with a godly man. You want to make sure that you're also a godly woman. Start developing your relationship with God. You're trying to be with a man with 6 packs. You need to make sure you look fit. Get into the gym. You need someone who knows how to dress properly. Make sure you know how to dress properly. If you don't know, start making research. There's everything on the internet. How to know how to dress up, how to know how to match colors. So whenever you step out there, then shoot, you're gonna be on point. You want someone who is caring, someone who is kind. Well, make sure you're also kind. Start being kind towards people. Start being generous. You want someone intelligent, someone who has a lot of knowledge. Make sure you have a lot of knowledge too. Get out of your box, start learning things. If you're going to school, great. It's also a very good way to, get more knowledge, but make research, develop new interests, learn new things. There is a lot to learn out there. The whole point of preparing yourself is whenever you meet this man, you want the attraction to just like hit, and you don't want to meet this man and it's like, it's not really working, So you want to make sure you're ready. If you meet him, you want to be able to have a conversation. You want to be able to say something. You're not just going to look all dumb like he says things and it's like you have no clue about what's going on in the world. You have no clue about none of the topics that he talks about. You have nothing you can share. You have no interest, nothing that you're passionate about that you can talk about. This is the whole point of preparing yourself. Now, point number 3, you want to make sure that you have a good relationship with your parents, and I really want to mostly say your father. It is really important. It might seem like it's not, but believe it or not, it is. Your parents, having a good relationship with your parents is like, a blessing. And you don't want anything that is going to, block your blessings, because actually meeting a good man is also a blessing. Meeting a man you can, spend the rest of your life with and who is going to be good to you is actually a blessing. So you don't want anything to, interfere with your blessings. So you have to make sure that you have a good relationship with your parents. Your father is like someone you can look at and live with as, you would live with your husband in future. If you don't have a good relationship with your father, there is no way you're going to be able to have a good relationship with a man. I want to use myself as a good example to help you understand what I'm trying to say. So I lived with my family for a long time, and I had my dad around most times. And my dad is the type of man who really cares and who wants to most of the time be in control of situations, just so that nobody makes mistakes, or if anybody is about to make a mistake, then because he's in control of the situation, then he can definitely, stop the worst from happening. So when I got my first bank account, my dad wanted to be on it so he could be aware of, how I spent my money, and, basically he was just trying to make sure I would not, be spending my money like, carelessly and stuff like that, because he was always like, you need to save, you need to learn how to save and things like that. So basically he wanted to be on my bank account, and that was not a problem for me. It was my first bank account, so I was like, okay, no problem, that's fine. But along the line, it was like I was not able to just, buy things that I wanted to buy. It was like I would have, enough pair of shoes that I can already wear. And, you know how us women are, it's like, even if you have like 1,000 pair of shoes, sometimes you still want more. But I didn't have 1,000 pair of shoes anyway. I never have. And my dad is gonna be like, you cannot do that. Like, why are you going to get another pair of shoes? So basically, along the line, it was like I could not spend my money. It's like I had to now tell my dad, like, hey, I'm trying to get this, like, can I get it? What do you think? Or, it's like, if I get something that was not like really useful or that I really needed, then my dad will come to me like, okay, I actually noticed you spent this amount for this. What did you need it for? I noticed you spent this for that. And I'll be like, oh my God, like, I can't deal with this. And at some point, I was like really getting mad with my dad, because I was like, it's my money. Like, I work hard for that money, so hey, I can spend the money if I want to. Like, you don't have to say nothing. But anyway, I was really getting, mad and pissed with my dad. Along the line, I realized that God put me through that process to teach me something. And if I failed, then I would fail, in future, and I will also be delaying my blessing. I thought to myself, if I'm trying to, find a good man, if I want to get married someday, this is actually something that God is trying to teach me. Because guess what? If I get married tomorrow, I will have to let my husband know about my expenditure most times. I might even have to have a joint bank account with my husband. So these are the type of things that I started, telling myself. And I was like, it's actually a good thing. I think God is actually trying to, put me through a training so I get used to this. Through that, I also learned, how to submit myself. And as a wife in future, you have to be submissive to your husband. Now, when I say submissive, I'm not trying to say become a slave for your husband, of course. I think I posted a video where I talked about submission. If you follow me on Instagram, you will definitely know that I don't, mean submissive as in be a slave. Because I have posted a lot of times stuff like when we say submissive to your husband, we're not trying to say become a slave for him. And also, in most marriages, couples decide to get a joint account. So imagine if you have a joint account, then you will not be able to spend money from that joint account without letting your husband know. So that is why I'm saying that you need to make sure you have a good relationship with your father, with your parents. The way you behave with your father is the same way you will behave with your husband. If you are disrespectful to your dad, you will be disrespectful to that man you're looking for. If you're the type when your dad says something, you already said, if he says A, you already said Z, then you will as well do the same thing with your husband. You will be fighting with your husband most times. You will not be able to listen to your husband. If you're the type who cannot, I'm literally talking about myself now because these are like the things that I used to do, that I do for my dad. If you cannot cook for your dad, you will not be able to cook for your husband either. So that is why you need to make sure you build a good relationship with your father. It's never too late. If your father and you do not have a good relationship yet, it is never too late to start fixing things up. No matter what happened, just make sure that your relationship with your dad is healthy. And if your dad has probably done something to you that, was hurtful, talk about it, forgive, move on, because guess what? At the end of the day, this is for you. Because like I said, you don't want anything to block your blessing. Because if you're blocking your blessing, then you're losing, not your dad. Your dad got your mom, they got you, so they're done. You're now trying to build your own life, your own future. So you're not losing if you forgive your dad, or you submit to your dad and try to get a better relationship. You're not losing, you're winning. This point will get me to saying be nice to people. Do not do anything again that would block your blessing. You need to be nice to people. You don't want to be talking down on people. You don't want to be gossiping about people's marriage, talking down on them. You don't want to be harming others, because things like that are going to interfere with your blessing. And as you do those things, then God also delays your blessing from coming to you. And the next thing would be pray about it. Pray about yourself. Pray about that man also. Put everything into prayer. Tell God how you want him to be. Pray to God that he helps you to become a better person. And the good thing about praying and, developing that relationship with God is when you're ready, to meet the man, you would feel it. God would let you know it is time for you to meet someone. God will let you know it is time for you to go out there and explore. It is time for you to put yourself out there. And this will bring me into the next point. Go where you can find the man. If it's a Christian, godly man you're looking for, go to a dating event. There are dating events depending on where you're from, depending on where you live. There are dating events. There are Christian dating events. Go there. You can meet someone there. Develop new interests. Go to the gym. You can meet someone at the gym. If you develop new interests, you can get into a hiking group. While you're hiking, you never know, you can meet someone. Go to concerts. Go to concerts. If you're looking for a godly man, Go to gospel concerts. Go out. Don't stay indoors. You're not gonna meet a man indoors. I mean, who's gonna come knock at your door saying, hey, I was looking for you. The Lord told me I would find you here. I mean, who's gonna do it? Are you actually gonna fall for a man like that? Like, heck no. Like, bro, heck to the no. A lot of women just feel like, I'm gonna wait on the Lord. I'm gonna wait on the Lord. They're waiting on the Lord, but they're indoors. They don't step outside. Listen, if you're waiting on the Lord and you're indoors, you might probably have God get indoors to you and probably get married to you. Now, you're definitely not gonna be meeting this good man in a club. Wrong place to go look for a man. You're not gonna meet this man in a bar. Now, if you have met someone, I would like you to drop in the comment section where you met him, how it was for you before you actually met him. And this brings me to the end of this video, guys. Thank you for watching. And before I turned off this camera, I want to say shout out to my girl Beauty. Beauty's like one of my subscribers and I really love her. Like, Beauty's always commenting on my videos and always, you know, sharing experiences and stuff like that. Shout out to you, Beauty. I'm so happy for you today because it's your birthday. Many more years to you, more life, more joy, more health, and your gift is on the way. And I wish you all the best. Keep watching JOGO. I seriously love you. You have no clue. Like, honestly, guys, when I get y'all support, it means a lot to me. Like, it is everything to me. But hey, let's get this channel to 1,000 subscribers because I can't wait to start giving things away. If you're not following me on Instagram yet, what in the world are you waiting for? Follow me on Instagram and let's keep in touch. And until the next video, guys, take care. God bless you. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. I love you.